All right, so for today's deep dive, we're looking at something I think most of us have never, ever considered.
I certainly hadn't, not in this way.
Exactly. We've got this document, and it makes this incredibly passionate, pretty radical argument about the keyboard.
The QWERTY keyboard.
The one we're all using. The source claims this layout, which is from 1868, is a hidden power structure.
And that it's actively holding back an entire nation, in this case, Nigeria.
Our mission today is just to unpack that, to see how this explosive case is made, because, on the surface, it just sounds so out there.
It's a truly provocative claim. I mean, the author stakes everything on this one idea that if a nation types poorly, it eventually starts to think poorly.
And that leads to the line that just sticks with you.
It really does. Nigeria is not poor at all. We are only typing poor.
Wow. So it's not systemic economics, not governance, but technology as the root cause.
That's the argument. A technological root. They call the keyboard a foreign box.
Typing poor. It's just hard to shake that phrase once you hear it. And the source uses this really human story to explain the cost. It asks you to imagine a young boy, Kanin Sola, in a town called Shadam, and he's just trying to text his grandmother.
A simple greeting. Hey, Cairo, Mamani.
But the keyboard, our standard QWERTY keyboard, Jostly, it hides the tone marks and the accents that he needs to write that properly.
So he can't. He's forced to simplify, to standardize.
He types Icaro, Mamma Mi instead.
Exactly. And the source says that when his grandmother reads that, something small dies. Because in a language like Yoruba, those marks aren't just decoration.
They are the meaning.
They're the meaning. So without them, the greeting is hollowed out. And this tiny act, this bending of his language to fit a foreign tool, it adds up.
We can't even begin to write our history properly unless we have the right tools. I mean, if we're struggling with basic things like that, what happens to the next generation? They might not even be able to write their own names correctly.
You're so right. Take the name Uzo Amaka, for example. It's an Igbo name that means the road is beautiful, but if you look at it, there are letters like U and O with subdots that are essential to its correct spelling. You can't just type that on a regular keyboard, right?
Exactly, and it's not just Igbo names. Think about the name Dangote, the well-known Hausa name. Did you know the D in Dangote isn't just any D? It's actually a hooked D. That hooked D represents an implosive sound, like you're pulling air into your throat while speaking.
I didn't know that. But yeah, those kinds of characters aren't available on a regular QWERTY keyboard. We're just not set up to write these names as they're meant to be written.
It's like a linguistic colonization happening on a tiny scale every day.
That's the idea.
Uh-huh.
That same kid might grow up just accepting that the river flowing nearby is called the Niger instead of its real name. Oh yeah? He's thinking like a visitor in his own home.
That cultural erosion is startling. But the source takes it even further, saying the cost isn't just emotional or cultural, it's cognitive, it's economic. So when that boy grows up and tries to invent something, his mind is looking for the deepest, sharpest, sweetest words in his own language.
But they're trapped. They're imprisoned by a keyboard that won't release them.
Wow. So if your tools for thinking are restrictive, your ability to innovate is too.
Precisely. The analogy in the source is so powerful. It says the new invention struggles like a woman in labor whose body cannot push.
So the potential is there, but the digital tool itself is the constraint.
Exactly. It's forcing this narrow way of expressing things onto a hugely sophisticated linguistic world.
So if that's the problem, this cognitive choke point, what's the path forward? What's the proposed fix?
The path is, well, digital self-determination. The vision is to build a single keyboard.
Okay.
One keyboard that can comfortably carry all of Nigeria's 250-plus languages. That means easy access to tones, hooks, dots, nasal vowels.
Even authentic pidgin.
And authentic pidgin flavor, all while keeping English smooth and easy to use.
And this isn't just a theory, right? The source actually grounds this in what other countries are already doing.
Oh, absolutely. It's not abstract. You look in developed nations.
Yeah.
Finland, Japan, Korea, Germany. They all teach their children in the languages they dream in, and they have keyboards built specifically for that.
Right. I think it even mentions Belgium supporting 3 languages.
3, yeah. French, Dutch, Flemish, plus English right there on their main interface. The tech serves the culture, not the other way around.
So the message is that the keyboard isn't just a tool, it's a vehicle for intellectual freedom.
It is. When you can easily type a proper name like Kanyin Sola or a Hausa greeting like Inakwana with the right marks, your mind is freed up. And that ease, the source argues, leads directly to innovation.
Like designing a machine and giving it a proper Yoruba name that actually describes what it does.
Or building the next solar-powered tricycle. The ideas can flow because the language can flow.
So, to boil it all down for you, the listener, this whole fight for proper digital representation for all those tomes, hooks, and dots, it's way more than just a linguistic detail.
It's about reclaiming cognitive power.
It's the argument that if you can type your deepest thoughts with ease, you are literally accelerating national development itself.
And that acceleration leads to this final, ultimate act of self-definition. The source concludes with this idea that the day Nigeria begins to type like Nigeria, the day it gives its children a keyboard that truly speaks their language, the whole world will hear it.
And that last line.
That last line is everything. It says, and this time we did not come with a visa.
It's about arriving on the world stage on your own terms.
Exactly. That's the unlock.